What's up YouTube, JP here, and in this video we're doing another upgrade to the Steam Deck. This time with the help of DeckHD with their screen upgrade kit. So without further delay, let's dive in. So you've heard the saying you're a bit late to the party. Well, I definitely am here, because DeckHD took a lot longer than I thought to actually send me one of their upgrade kits. That being said, they did send the upgrade kit for free for review. I'm under no obligation to say anything. All the opinions you're going to see and hear here are my own and my own alone. So who is DeckHD and what do they have on offer? Well, DeckHD make a replacement screen for the Steam Deck, but it's a bit of an upgrade compared to the standard LCD screen. So let's go over a few of those key benefits by upgrading your LCD Steam Deck to the DeckHD one. So here we are on the DeckHD website. Experience unseen detail, and we've got like a comparison slider. So this looks really promising straight off the bat. It looks so much more vibrant and the colours really pop. If we scroll down a bit, we can see that the resolution is 1920 by 1200, so 1200p, and then it's 87% sRGB, and it's got that anti-glare coating. So let's compare the two screens. As you can see, the DeckHD is 1920 by 1200, where the original LCD is 1280 by 800. When it comes to the sRGB coverage, we've now got 87% compared to 67. It's a 7-inch IPS display, just like the original, and they've both got 400 nits of brightness. 60Hz refresh rate on both screens, and this is where I think DeckHD dropped the ball a little bit. They could have took advantage of this and gave it a 90Hz screen, just like we see with the new OLED panel. Both of them have got anti-glare. Anti-glare on the original screen is only available for the 512GB model. And the other things it says, it's flicker free, because apparently the original Steam Deck can get flicker at lower refresh rates, and it's got improved touchscreen responsiveness. Now of course we do need to address the fact that the OLED Steam Deck is now out. So let's just go over a couple of things right off the bat before we do the unboxing. If you already have an LCD Steam Deck, you're probably thinking to yourself, is it worth selling it and then upgrading to an OLED? Or do you just keep the one you've got and just buy this upgrade kit to get more resolution, obviously brighter screen, better color accuracy, etc. Now this obviously depends on your individual case, because some people will want to upgrade and they don't mind selling the LCD Steam Deck, and you're not going to get as much as you could before for the LCD Steam Deck because the OLED one is now out. Whenever they bring out new models with new features, the previous model always takes a little bit of a hit on price. So to try and get this in as simple terms as possible, if an OLED Steam Deck is 100% perfect, amazing, and the LCD standard one is around about 50%, then that would put the DeckHD about 75%. So comparing an LCD Steam Deck with an OLED one, the DeckHD screen kind of brings you halfway there. It's halfway to an OLED. So that kind of gives you a rough idea of whether you want to go for an OLED or just upgrade the one you've got. So that's enough waffling. Let's get on with the unboxing first of all, and then we're going to install this on my Atomic Purple Steam Deck. So here we have the official retail box for the DeckHD screen upgrade kit. Now it's a pretty plain box, but on the front of course it has kind of a silhouette outline of the Steam Deck, and then it says DeckHD. Here we have a QR code for the installation guide, but of course you can just go to DeckHD.com. So here's the screen itself, the star of the show, but that's not the only thing you get. So we'll put that to a side for a moment, because it looks exactly like the original one does. So the first thing we can see here is a full toolkit. Screwdriver, suction cup, tweezers, basically everything we need to do the task at hand. Then we have a replacement LCD connector. So this is the main ribbon cable that goes from the motherboard to the screen itself. These are the adhesive strips that actually hold the screen in place. And that's everything you get in the kit. So as you see, you're going to get everything you need to do this upgrade. Now, some people might be getting this screen or consider getting this upgrade kit because they have a problem with their original LCD. Maybe they've got a crack in it or they've dropped it. So this is a great time to talk about price. So on the official DeckHD website, they're priced at $99. And of course, I'll put a link in the description below so you can go and check out the site yourself. Now, of course, you can get a replacement screen from iFixit, and taking a look at their website, we can see that it's actually $99.99 for the kit. So you're pretty much better off getting the DeckHD upgrade kit. So I guess it's a good a time as any to actually install this in my Steam Deck. So let's get on with that now. So the first thing you want to do before working on your Steam Deck is turn it off. So if you push the Steam button and go down to power, then we can click on shut down. And that's how we would shut down this Steam Deck, so it's completely powered off, and then make sure there's no SD card inserted. Now I am going to speed through this footage because it's not a full step-by-step install. But basically what you do in here is you take the back off the Steam Deck, which is 8 screws, and then you take that metal heat shield off. You'll take out the SSD, the heatsink and fan. Also very important to clean that thermal paste and put new stuff on when you put it back together. So as you've seen, I just took the motherboard out, I disconnected the screen, put the suction cup on there, and then I'm going to heat that screen up. Use these little guitar picks that come with the kit and slowly prise the screen out. Next, I'm going to use a little craft knife and just get off all that sticky glue. It's like a black colour and they're just like sticky pads. So get any glue off there. And then what we're going to do now is we're going to put those new strips on that came with the kit at the double-sided. So just peel off the other side once you're done. And then we're going to plug it back in and do everything in reverse. So you connect the screen back up, put the motherboard in, and there's a couple of various connections that we took off. Of course, clean that heatsink, put nice new MX4 thermal paste, put the rest of the screws in. We're going to put that heat shield back on, put the back on it, and then that's it. We're pretty much done. So when you turn the Steam Deck back on for the first time, it's going to look like a glitchy mess. And the reason it's going to look like this is because the BIOS hasn't been updated yet. The Steam Deck doesn't know what this new screen is, so it's trying to output at 800p. So what we need to do here is we need to go into desktop mode. So push the Steam button, power, then switch to desktop. And then it's a simple case of going to the DeckHD website and downloading the BIOS patch script. This is just a little file that's basically going to update your BIOS. So that's what you see me doing here. I'm going to the website and I'm going to click on the guide and basically download that script. Now, this was the part that I was a little bit worried about, but it's really easy to do and the instructions are really simple to follow. So you'll put your sudo password in and then it's going to reboot. And as soon as it starts rebooting, you're going to see DeckHD, and that's when you know you've got it all set up right. Now, it shouldn't take too long to update, and once it's all done, you're going to be at the home screen just as normal. Now it's time to peel off that screen protector. And wow, straight away I noticed the colours were really popping here. So the first thing I wanted to check out was how dim you can get the screen, especially if you want to play it in bed and your partner's trying to sleep. So as we turn the brightness down, it gets really dim, which is fantastic because this isn't going to keep anyone awake. Next, I wanted to see how you change the resolution to 1200p on a per game basis. So you go to the game, you go to properties, and then under general, you'll see the resolution setting. And obviously there's lots of different settings here, but as we know this screen is 1920 by 1200p, that's the setting we're going to go for. So as you can see, we've got the original LCD on the left and then the DeckHD upgrade screen on the right. Now if you look really closely, the camera can actually pick up the pixels because the resolution is a lot lower. So the image on the left kind of looks like there's a grid pattern in front of it. On the right, you don't see that at all with the DeckHD screen. Now the colours are popping more on the DeckHD screen. They are more vibrant and they're definitely a warmer colour tone, especially when you're looking at the fire in the background. Now although both screens are rated at 400 nits, to my eyes the DeckHD screen looks ever so slightly brighter. Now of course, trying to do a comparison when I only have the one Steam Deck, and both times I was recording the footage on an iPhone 15 Pro. Yes, at 4K, but still, it's not doing either of the screens any justice. You'll just have to take my word for it that this is a good upgrade. And if you don't want to shell out for an OLED, which of course an OLED will be a better screen, then this is still a very much worthwhile upgrade. So how did I find the installation process? Well, it was a lot easier than I thought. Now I've already opened up my Steam Deck a few times to do the Atomic Purple Shell Swap by ExtremeRate, and then put the Hall Effect thumbsticks by Tech, and of course we've done that SSD upgrade from 64GB to 512GB. And this process was a lot easier than actually doing the shell swap. So we took the back off, then took the motherboard out, disconnected the screen, flipped it over, and then you just heat that screen up. Now because my screen had already been out, it was a lot easier. Just heat it up, take your time, use the tools included, and you should be fine. So in summary, I really do think this is a good upgrade if you have an LCD Steam Deck. But the big question is, should you upgrade yours or should you trade it in and get an OLED? So I guess this just really depends on your budget. If you want to keep it cheap but you still want to get an upgrade on the screen, then it's definitely worth getting the DeckHD screen upgrade kit. But if you have more money to play with, then I would definitely recommend not doing the upgrade. Just go ahead and get yourself an OLED Steam Deck. So I'm going to end the video here. I hope you found it helpful and informative. And if you do enjoy my content, don't forget to like, subscribe, and then hit that bell icon so you don't miss any future uploads. I'm JP, you've been watching Alien Retro Gaming, and of course, I'll catch you in the next one.